Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working on a little bit more investments over here. We're getting really close at this point to our castles being maxed out, and that is fantastic. Like, it may not feel like we're that close, but we're getting really close. And as we continue to work over here, what's this guy at war with? Oh, okay, he's trying to expand up over here. But as we're working on this, we're going to, of course, continue to max out these holdings. Well, not max out these holdings. I've stated before what my plan is, but it's to get at least a level 1 of every holding and every building in locations that we don't hold before we expand. And I don't plan to stay hard stewardship for this entire time. We're only doing this during this initial investment period while we're getting our 2 capital duchies online. That is the overall plan. So once we switch off of that, I'm not sure where we're going to go. It kind of depends on what we feel like we need. I haven't really thought too much about it just yet. We are, of course, working on converting culture and on converting faith in these locations. That's great. This guy, is he the correct religion? He actually is not. He might accept, but he probably won't. I don't think he will. He's apparently our brother-in-law. Fascinating. I didn't realize that. But sure, I guess we'll accept it. Why are we on speed 1? Can we not be on speed 1? Thanks. Let's go up to speed 4. That'll help. No wonder things were feeling like they just weren't happening. They kind of weren't. It was basically paused. Now, we can construct a building over here. We're not going to, for the time being. And we can construct additional castles over here. This is something that we probably should think about doing at some point in the very near future. They will have to be handed out to other vassals, but that's okay. We don't mind handing them to barons because we can just easily revoke them when we need to. Super easily. So that is our preferred method of handing out titles, is handing out these baronies. We can extort our subjects, and that's absolutely something that we will do. And we'll take Dread, and we will take minus 15 courtier opinion. Okay, and 500 gold. Do it. I'm very happy about that. We're going to get this castle immediately upgrading to level 2. Again, these 3 are intended to become economic castles, whereas this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, these 5, those are all intended to become military castles eventually. This one, is it though? Is this one intended to be a military castle? If so, then it should not have hillside fields. What was I thinking on that? Just these 3 being military castles? Maybe. We did just finish promoting culture, and that is something that we should continue doing. Definitely over here. Wonderful. These 3 being military castles would be foolish, in my opinion, because they have access to mansions and they're on farmland. This one, being a military castle, is in the same situation, but this is going to be our capital, so that will make a fantastic military capital. And as far as this goes, I mean, we would want barracks, military camps, and probably pastoral lands here. So let's go ahead and build barracks. Let's get that started. And I do want to get some of these castles upgraded. So this one's already level 2. This one needs to go level 2. Hello, pause menu. This one's level 2. This one is upgrading. And this one's level 2. So that is all of our castles upgraded to level 2, except for this one. Okay. That's pretty great. Should we just cancel this upgrade? Only the holder can cancel it. Okay, so we would have to revoke it, and I don't feel like doing that. That's okay. We can immediately start working on economic upgrades over here, now that all of these are level 2 castles. So that's great. Let's go ahead and put in an upgrade to pastoral lands here. And let's also put in an upgrade to farms and fields over here. Fantastic. We can grab golden aplomb. I feel like we've mostly got what we want in the architect tree, although divided attention is really good. We'll have to get some kind of dead, some kind of dead abilities in here for us on the way there, but it is really good. And how old are we? We're 42. I mean, we're starting to get up there. We can change this guy's contract, and we're going to bump up his feudal taxes. Fantastic. We can demand a payment from this guy, and so we shall. Also fantastic. We're making 54.8 gold per month right now, guys. It's kind of absurd. Kind of absurd. I do want to get our farms and fields upgraded to barns and storehouses. And so we shall. We have a lot of upgrading happening right now. There's no doubt about that. I think our next priority on the upgrade is likely to get our buildings, our level 1 buildings in here. We're probably not going to focus too hard on leveling up this castle until we actually hold it. And there's also 2 economic castles over here that I would like to hold ourselves. So that's something to think about. That said, maybe this one being economic is not the biggest of deals. Now, we do have access to our specialized type of armored footman at this point, and I do want to check to see what became exposed next. It was coinage, or no, it was bailiffs that was exposed. We were focusing coinage. That's really, really, really good. Incredibly good for this situation. I'm very, very happy about that. 18 years, and we get a domain limit +1. We will upgrade our armored footmen, but now is not the time for that. We need to get all of these upgraded to level 4 if we can, as soon as possible. And we're going to take farms and fields here. And we're also going to take hound pens here. Excellent. And I am actually thinking that we may... You know what? We need to revoke this from this person. Temporarily. Very temporarily. I'm going to cancel this construction. And we're going to grant this off to a different low noble. And I'm going to say this is indeed an economic building. Or an economic castle. There we go. That'll do. And then this one down here would be intended to be held by us, for sure. These 3 would be able to be handed out. With this as a secondary, as well as... Well, this one would also be able to be handed out. So yeah, that would be fine. Now, we did just finish up construction over here, and I definitely want to put in pastoral lands here. Excellent. Our troop count isn't bad, honestly, considering that we haven't put all that much effort into being able to raise a large army. It's really, really not bad. Let's go ahead and upgrade our farms and fields in our capital. And that's wonderful. We're getting close on getting our economic duchy maxed out. Although I'm not really going to call this the economic and the military duchy. That's really not what it is. What we have here is really just 2 personally held duchies. This one contributes a lot economically. This one will too. And they'll both contribute some amounts of military. So that's reasonably fine. I do want to get this upgraded here. This is, of course, a military location. And we're going to want to replace the bastions and curtain walls, but not for a bit yet. We want to put in the barracks and the military camp. And those will go here and here. And instead of pastoral lands, we're going to run the mansions, because those give so much more in terms of cash. So we're going to put in the military tents right now because they're nice and cheap. We do have an available stewardship perk, and the levy reinforcement rate isn't that handy for us. Okay, as far as this over here goes, I do believe that we want to put in jousting grounds. Just for that men-at-arms maintenance reduction. Although blacksmiths is probably better for us. We're not going to focus too heavily on cavalry. There is just the flat army gold maintenance, though. And that might be even better. Overall, that's a 5% army maintenance reduction. I feel like that probably is better. That also makes our knights quite a lot more effective. Or we could just go for siege works. And that's probably ultimately what we want to do. Now, we can't do that just yet, but that's fine. We would need burrs for that, of course, and that is this right here. We're not working on that currently. We're about 4 years away from coinage, and I do want to get... What castle was it that wasn't upgrading? This one. I want to get this one upgrading to level 2. Fantastic. And what else do we want to put in over here? Ooh... 78% chance of some free cash, and that's exactly what we're going to take. We're going to upgrade these meadows. We are going to upgrade our barns and storehouses here, or rather farmsteads. And there we go. There's that money spent. We can now extort our subjects again, and so we shall. Let's see. 750 gold for some tyranny? Yes, we will take that. And that, of course, means that we will upgrade in Jaffna. What is this task that just finished? Promoting culture in Kerala. Okay, so we definitely need to work on promoting culture up over here. Oh, look at that. They did actually win that battle. Or that war, rather. That's fantastic. So we got a little bit of expansion up here. He's not going to hold that forever, but that's fine. So let's get some upgrades rolling on in over here. We'll get our manor houses upgrading. And we'll get our manor houses upgrading. And over here, we'll upgrade our pastures, I think. That's still going. We're trying to build a magnificent fish pond. Okay. I don't think I want to spend the gold on this right now. I think our gold is better spent elsewhere for the time being. So we'll upgrade our trade ports in Jaffna, and that's our cash gone again. Fantastic. We are really plowing through these upgrades at this point. We're up over 60 gold per month. I was going to say 50 gold per month, but it's even better than that. We do want to have this guy work on converting faith up in Kongu. Fantastic. I think I'll go back to bed. That's wonderful. In Madurai, I would love to upgrade our mansions here. We're now melancholic. That's not the best, but it's, I guess, okay. We'll go ahead and upgrade our plantations in Madurai. And that will continue to earn us additional cash. That is wonderful. So all of these, except for... Actually, our capital is not upgrading, is it? No, it is not. And we definitely do want to get it upgrading. Many of these will start maxing out fairly soon for our current technology level, and we're still a long, long ways from moving into the high medieval technology level. So that's really, really good. We're going to be able to max these out pretty quickly. We do have a new stewardship perk available, and that gives us popular figurehead. Okay. We're going to want another one very soon. That will allow us to take this back and build another castle. We may want to get started on that castle construction right now. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll get another castle underway. And of course, we're building another one on this farmland. And then we'll upgrade probably our fishing net weavers as soon as we can here in like 2 months. That'll be fine. We're back up over 60 gold per month. And that's wonderful. A diplomacy challenge, huh? You know what? We'll try to take the dread. We'll probably fail, and that's okay. Yep. He wasn't a fan. I'm not shocked by this in the slightest. So we'll go ahead and upgrade our trade port in our capital. And these upgrades are starting to roll in extremely quickly. I'm very, very happy about this. We are currently 48, and we're probably not going to last too much longer. When we go, things are going to be a bit problematic. We might want to grant a bunch of these titles to our son before we die, to our player heir. Like, all of these titles would go to him, like, right before we die. We're still feeling fine for now, but that's definitely something that we can do. So let's go ahead and upgrade our farmsteads here. Wonderful. And we are continuing to increase our gains. That's fantastic. Still 3 years left on this castle construction. We're plowing through this wealth focus very nicely. Our son, what did he become? He is an indulgent wastrel. That is not helpful, but I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay. So we should probably construct our Hound Pens upgrade here. Fantastic. We did lose our Marshal. He was no real prize. We'll make this guy be our next Marshal. And he's going to continue working on training commanders to save us a little bit of money on our unraised men-at-arms. And we lost another counselor. Okay. This guy would actually be a better steward. And so we'll put in this guy as our chancellor. Fantastic. That'll do. What is he on, the chancellor? He's on foreign affairs. We're going to put him on domestic. That'll be better for us. Wonderful. I do want to get our aviaries upgraded over here. And we're starting to get very close to having this castle as upgraded as it can be for now. That's really, really solid. This one's making its way. Can we upgrade anything over here? Yes, in just a bit. One more month tick, and we're going to be able to construct farmsteads here. So that will, of course, be 0.3 more gold per month. Fantastic. These investments are absolutely paying off. We're now up over 61 gold per month. Can we switch over to Absolute Crown Authority? Yes, we can, and we're going to do that. Fantastic. That's a lot of constructions finishing up that we don't currently have the funding to commence a new construction on. We should be able to extort our subjects again here pretty soon, though. We're now 49 years old. And we did just discover coinage. That's solid. Do we want bailiffs, like, super fast? I feel like we don't need it just yet. I feel like we should probably start doing not any of this down here. Communal government would be good, but I don't think it's necessary just yet. And hereditary rule, armillary sphere, I don't care about either of those. Chronicle writing, I don't care. So I feel like we should probably start working up here. Perhaps getting ourselves mangonels. Better siege men-at-arms is always a very, very solid investment. So let's go ahead and get that underway. We have a new stewardship perk available, and that of course means divided attention. And so that means that we are going to grab this, revoke it from this person. Fantastic. And of course, once this castle is finished constructing in 12 months, about a year, we are going to be at 10 of 10 domain. Excellent. Just checking options over here. I mean, oh, we are trying to sway this guy. He's patient, zealous, shy, and an insightful thinker. He's zealous, so unshakable faith. Excellent. And he was happy. We're not shocked by this. So, we're going to go ahead and upgrade our trade port here. And there goes all of our cash. But honestly, we're making the cash back super, super quickly. Keep has been constructed. That's good. That was, of course, up over here. And we're going to also construct in the hunting grounds here. There we go. As soon as this castle is built, we're going to have some work that we need to do on it, of course. We'll just save up to maybe start working on a level 2 keep immediately. That might be a decent thing to do. When are we going to be able to extort again? It should be pretty soon. Next year. So yeah, just a few months. That's great. Not going to do any more upgrades here just now. And this is cash that requires? Okay. That's fine. That is completely okay. As I said, we're saving up the cash for this. And we should have exactly the amount we need. We did just finish promoting culture again, so that's wonderful. We can now promote culture up here. Aviaries have been constructed. We're up to 65.4 gold per month. And we're just going to construct this upgrade as soon as we can. There we go. Wonderful. Up to 66 gold per month. And we're going to build an upgrade over here as soon as we can, probably homesteads. It's not a huge upgrade in terms of our tax increase, but it will pay off eventually. We can extort our subjects, and that is definitely something that we want to do. Don't worry. Everyone will pay. And that money will immediately get invested into our castles. This one is as maxed out economically as it will be. We can't upgrade this because we're lacking burrs. This one is not quite maxed out, but it's getting very close. We'll go ahead and get our penultimate upgrade there. Jaffna is a little further away. We'll get Tradeport going. Our wife has cancer. We'll send for a physician. 150 gold. Sure. Okay, our wife died. That was a waste of gold. So, of course, what we need now is a new wife with high stewardship. Okay. And we would also like one with some decent congenital traits. None of these have any halfway decent ones, so I guess we'll just do this to be not losing piety. And she should become our primary spouse. Okay. Perfect. We don't need to hand out any of these titles. I was a little concerned about that, but we don't need to worry about it. So as far as this goes over here, that's all upgrading. Yup. That looks good to me. Let's upgrade our crop fields over here. Just constant construction going on right now. That's the idea. We would like it if there was constant construction in every single one of these castles. That would be the ideal scenario. But we don't have the cash flow for that just yet. We will have that pretty soon. But these, they're not going to get further upgraded for the time being. This one over here, however, absolutely will. Excellent. We're starting to get close to that sweet, sweet 70 gold per month number. And that is just absolutely phenomenal. And these upgrades are going very, very well indeed. Excellent. As far as these counties out here go, they do require some work. And that's okay. We do want to probably grab Golden Aplomb. There we go. Our stress level isn't high, but we'll take that for now. How's our health doing? We are still feeling fine. Good. We're not close to dying yet. So we're going to continue to invest. We'll put in our trade port here. Excellent. Shipwrights have been constructed in Jaffna. We're going to upgrade our homesteads. That's a penultimate upgrade over here as well. So we do need to get our aviaries in over here. And this will be the final economic upgrade until our technology improves for Trincomalee. And that's wonderful. I'm really, really happy about this. This is going just fantastically well so far. Economically, I would say that we're probably dominating over in this region, and that means that we'll be in a very solid position to take over the subcontinent. Quite quickly, in fact. So there we go. This is now economically maxed out. Same with this castle. Our current capital is a little ways away. We still need 2 more upgrades after this one that it's working on, and 1 more upgrade for Jaffna. So really, that's this section almost complete. Which is slightly bonkers, actually. That's going extremely well. Okay, we're going to need some additional upgrades going in over here, of course, very shortly. We're not too focused on upgrading these castles just yet. Hamlets have been constructed here. Let's go ahead and upgrade our manor houses next. Excellent. And once this finishes constructing in 5 months, we will, of course, put in manor houses here as the top priority building. So that will be absolutely fine. 24 more days on these hill farms. Great. We're just going to upgrade whatever we can over here. Okay, we'll upgrade the pastures for now. Over here, we need a little bit more cash to get this upgrade going, and that's exactly what we'll wait on. 68.7 gold per month right now. Make that 69.1 now that this keep is done. In fact, we should probably build our manor houses here right away. That level 1 manor house is 0.7 gold per month. That is difficult to pass up. Extremely, extremely difficult to pass up. We do need multiple upgrades over here still. That is 356 gold and 237. We'll get the 237 going. So that's the penultimate upgrade here. And then we need one final upgrade in Jaffna. That's 356 gold. When can we extort our subjects again? Not for another 2 years. Okay. Well, that's fine. We're definitely making a lot of money at this point. Up over 70 gold per month. So that means that next month tick, we'll be able to construct our coops. And that is perfect. So Jaffna is now maxed out. Our current capital is getting close. We will debase the coinage. And that got us 300 gold. Fantastic. We're going to grab at any cost, which allows us to sell minor titles. And the question is, what does that actually do? Somebody mentioned in the comments that I should try this, and it exchanges prestige for gold. Okay. We'll do it. The reason I've avoided it up until now is simply because I feel like grabbing Detailed Ledgers, Fearful Troops, and Golden Aplomb is a lot of... I mean, Detailed Ledgers is okay, but Fearful Troops, if your dread isn't high, that's not that great, and Golden Aplomb is usually useless. So I just never really went down this tree, and then when I did for the Avaricious, I just forgot to check out sell titles. But honestly, that's a pretty good cash infusion. No. I'm not going to give him a hook. That's not going to happen. Okay, so as far as over here goes, we're still under construction in most of these locations. I do think that upgrading these manor houses is fine to do. So we'll go ahead and get those upgraded with that cash. We'll also upgrade this homestead. More economic buildings, including from our military castles. I want to get those completely maxed out. It is, however, time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to, I think, finish up these upgrades. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time, except that we need to get this guy converting before I forget. And we'll also put in a marshal, as long as we're here. There we go. I'll see you all next time.